Hello to class 11th, and the class 11th we will be starting with lesson number 4 today, and the lesson name is type of economies. So in this chapter basically we are going to read that how many types of economies are there and on what basis the classification is done. So the first basis on which we are going to do the classification and read the economies is the on the basis of the development held in that particular economy. So we are reading types of economies. We know that there are different types of economies. First of all, let's come to economy word. Economy term, you know what does it mean? It means the place or the area where economic activity is taking place. So economy is an area where economic activity is taking place. It could be a firm, a field, a industry, a firm, a market, a country. So all those places where economic activity takes place is known as economy. And what are economic activities? Economic activities are those activities which are done for earning money, right? So the sort of activity, the type of activity, the type of economy we are going to read today is the on the basis of stages of development. So on the basis of development, we have two types of economies. First is your developed economy, another one is developing economy. So first is your developed, and another is your developing economy. Right, so let's start with developed economy. So what is a developed economy? Basically, developed economy is that economy which is already developed, which has a good infrastructure, which has a good per capita income, and the production capacity of that country is really good. It has developed in all the senses. So the economy we are going to read today is going to be your developed economy. Right, so what is a developed economy? A developed economy is that economy which has a very high per capita income. High per capita income. So a country with a high per capita income is a developed economy. Now if we just talk about what is per capita income, so per capita income is the income earned by per person during a annual year, a financial year. So a country whose income is very high, per capita income is very high, is a developed economy, right? And another one is high standard of living. These all are the things through which we can identify a country is whether developed or underdeveloped. So another feature of a country with a very high standard of living is the another way through which we can identify whether a country is developing or developed. So this is the another important feature. Now another important feature is low poverty. Poverty is what? Poverty is garibi. So a country which has low poverty, low incidence of poverty is known as a developed country. In a developed country, you will see very little percent of poor people out there, and the condition of poor people of these countries is far better than than of the underdeveloped countries. Another one is your narrow income inequality. This is another feature. Under this feature, you will see that the gap between the rich and the poor in the developed country is very less, right? Narrow income inequality. Otherwise, you will see that in underdeveloped countries or in the developing countries, the gap between the rich and the poor country people is too big. अगर आप सिर्फ इंडिया की बात करें तो इंडिया में अमीर काफ़ी लोग ऐसे हैं जो बहुत अमीर हैं और वो बहुत कम लोग हैं और वो बहुत बड़ी देश की इनकम को हैंडल करते हैं, और गरीब लोग जो है उनकी तादाद बहुत ज़्यादा है और उनके पास बहुत कम इनकम है. सो गैप बिटवीन रिच एंड पुअर इज कॉल्ड इनइक्वालिटी ऑफ इनकम एंड वेल्थ. सो इन अ डेवलप्ड कंट्री यू विल फाइंड अ नैरो गैप, अ नैरो इनकम इनइक्वालिटी, whereas in a developed country it is just reverse. Low population. Another important feature of a developed country is this, that in these countries the population is very low. Very important feature. In these countries, the population is very, very low. When the population is low, that you will realize, then when the population is low, the distribution of income is much higher. Distribution of income is that every person is getting a much higher portion or much bigger portion of the national income. So in developed countries, the population is very, very low. High infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure is the backbone of economy. It is the lifeblood of an economy. So in these types of economy, in the developed economy, you will see that the infrastructure is very, very developed and high. Infrastructure consists of all things like transportation, communication, aviations, insurance, banking, services, all these things, many more things, bridges, services, roadways, railways, these all things are very, very developed, telegraph, telecommunications, everything, internet, everything. So that's why they have a very good infrastructure facilities. So whether you talk about social infrastructure or economic infrastructure, the infrastructure is very good, up to date. That's why they are quite developed, right? Use of modern technology. In this economy, there is a great use of what? Modern technology, right? They are the things, the machineries, the techniques they are using for the production are latest, are up to date, and are the one which helps in maximum utilization of resources. So these kind of countries, economic countries, have a great use of technology, up to date technology. Low level of unemployment. So the level of unemployment in these countries is very, very low. That means most of the people are employed, whether you talk about self-employment or you talk about they are working under someone. The employment rate is very high. The unemployment rate is very low. That means most of the people are working in one or the another way. They are busy. Right? Either they are employed under someone or they are employing someone. So these countries are with a very, very low unemployment rate. Okay, quality and technique of quality has been improved in these years. As far as we talk about the quality of technique, it is super. Okay, they highly dependent on exports. So these countries make a great deal of earning from exports. That means they are self-sufficient and they produce surplus, and the surplus is being sold to other countries. They are internationally interacting with other countries. They sell and create their foreign exchanges. These foreign exchanges further help them in creating much more better infrastructure facility, right? One more important thing: low agriculture, high manufacturing and services. Another important feature of this economy is this, that the agriculture portion, the agriculture done by the people is very low. Most of the people are engaged in service or manufacturing sectors, right? So these all are the important features. Let's go through it once again. And exactly when we talk about the underdeveloped country, exactly it is opposite. If we just reverse it, it becomes the features of underdeveloped economy. So first of all, high per capita income. The earnings of the people are very high. The living, when they have high income, they have good living standards also. Third is your high standard of living. Then low poverty. The poverty is very, very low here because most of the people are employed, they are working, so they have income. That's why no poverty. मतलब गरीबी बहुत कम है यहाँ पे. Then narrow income inequality. The difference between the income and poor and rich is very low here. Whereas you see in the underdeveloped countries or developing country like India, you will see a vast difference between poor and rich. Low population, the population rate, the population growth is very low out here. High infrastructure, the infrastructure facilities like telecommunication, insurance, other services, manufacturing, these all are very up to date here. Use of modern technology, the use of modern technology is done here. Low level of unemployment and high export earnings and low agriculture and high manufacturing and services sector. So these are the factors, these are the features of what? Underdeveloped economy. Now we'll be doing the features of developed economy now, underdeveloped economy. And now if you just talk about underdeveloped economies, it is going to be just reverse. Let's go through the features of underdeveloped economies. So here in these economies, the main features are going to be like this. First, high poverty. The poverty is going to be very high. That means यहाँ पे poor लोग बहुत ज़्यादा आपको मिलेंगे. Underdeveloped economy में क्या होगा? Poor लोग आपको बहुत ज़्यादा मिलेंगे. Then you have high gap between rich and poor. यहाँ पे बहुत ही गैप मिलेगा आपको रिच एंड पुअर के बीच में. मतलब पुअर लोग बहुत सारे होंगे और रिच लोग बहुत सारे होंगे. या आप ये भी कह सकते हो कि बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा रिच लोगों का ऐसा होगा, बहुत छोटा हिस्सा रिच लोगों का ऐसा होगा जिनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा वेल्थ होगी, और बहुत बड़ा गरीब इस लोगों का हिस्सा ऐसा होगा जिनके पास बहुत कम वेल्थ होगी. थर्ड इज हाई पॉपुलेशन. The population in these countries is very high. Almost it's an explosive situation like India and China. You can see very high population is there. बहुत population होती है जिसकी वजह से सारी की सारी problems क्या होती है, create होती हैं, right? Then further you have is high rate of unemployment. High rate of unemployment. यहाँ पे बहुत लोग क्या होंगे, अनएम्प्लॉयड होंगे, इनके पास काम करने के लिए नहीं होगा. ठीक है, मतलब ज्यादातर लोग क्या होंगे, आइडल बैठे होंगे, मतलब रिसोर्सेज की वेस्टेज हो रही है. हाई एग्रीकल्चर. हाई एग्रीकल्चर. The occupation of the people is mainly agriculture. People are working in agriculture sector and services और manufacturing and services बहुत ज़्यादा develop नहीं होगा. Then use of poor, outdated technology. Use of poor, outdated technology. So the technology being used here is outdated and poor. पुरानी टेक्निक से यूज हो रहा है. जैसे कि एग्रीकल्चर की, if you talk about agriculture only, तो यहाँ पे इरिगेशन सिस्टम बहुत डेवलप नहीं होगा. फार्मर क्या करेगा, ज़्यादातर बारिश में ही निर्भर होगा कि बारिश होगी तो फिर अच्छा फसल हो सकेगी. सेम वे क्या होगा, सीड्स की बात करें, फर्टिलाइजर्स की बात करें, तो सारे के सारे आउटडेटेड होंगे. कोई हार्वेस्टिंग मशीन्स वगैरह बड़ी मशीन्स नहीं होंगी, साइंटिफिक तरीके के नहीं होंगे काम करने के, एग्रीकल्चर करने के. पुअर अनस्किल्ड labor. The labor is poor and unskilled. You will see that here the labor is not trained, not well educated, not well aware. He is poor and his skills are also underdeveloped. Why? Because they don't get good training and other things. Primary export is there. Primary export. Now when we say primary export, what does it mean? It means that the export, जो भी चीज़ की जा रही है प्राइमरी सेक्टर की चीज़ों को किया जा रहा है. मतलब एग्रीकल्चर से जुड़े हुए एक्सपोर्ट्स क्या है यहाँ पे ज़्यादा हैं. मतलब जैसे कि लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी, ये कंप्यूटर से जुड़े हुई टेक्नोलॉजी, या कोई भी लेटेस्ट चीज़ आप एक्सपोर्ट नहीं की जाएगी. जितनी भी चीज़ एक्सपोर्ट की जाएगी वो आपकी प्राइमरी सेक्टर से जुड़ी हुई होंगी, आपकी लैंड से जुड़ी हुई होंगी. राइट. सो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, मैंने आपको लो पर कैपिटा इनकम होगी. एक और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है यहाँ पे, पर कैपिटा income is very low. Income is very low. The per person income per year is very low, due to which living standard is also very low. लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड इज टू लो। यहाँ जो लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड होगा बहुत लो होगा क्योंकि लोगों की इनकम कम होगी। जब लोगों की इनकम कम होती है तो क्या होता है, इनका लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड पुअर हो जाता है, राइट। दैट्स व्हाई यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि आपका जस्ट ऑपोजिट फीचर्स होंगे यहाँ पे डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी के, ठीक है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस इसमें से कुछ और बातें भी है जिसमें यूएन क्लासिफिकेशन होता है कि कुछ कंट्रीज उन्होंने बोला है यूएन क्लासिफिकेशन के बेसिस पे यूएन क्लासिफिकेशन ने कुछ पहचान बनाई है अंडर डेवलप्ड और डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमीज के बारे में। वो क्या कहता है, द वर्ल्ड कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू टू कैटेगरीज, रिच एंड पुअर। वो बोलता है, यूएन क्लासिफिकेशन बोलता है कि जो वर्ल्ड है उसको हम दो चीजों में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, एक रिच में और एक पुअर में, ठीक है। इसी तरह से आप बोल सकते हो डेवलप्ड एंड अंडर डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी में किया जा सकता है, राइट। नाउ अब लो इनकम कंट्रीज वो होती है जिनकी पर कैपिटा इनकम कितनी है, US डॉलर 1035 डॉलर से क्या है कम है आपका। और मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज वो है जहां पे आपका 12,615 डॉलर्स तक जो पर ईयर कमाते हैं वो आपकी मिडिल कंट्रीज जाती है। और इसके अलावा जो आपकी 12,660 से डॉलर से ज्यादा कमाते हैं एनुअली, इस तरह की कंट्रीज आपकी डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज होती है। तो यूएन का क्लासिफिकेशन है, बट यूएन की क्लासिफिकेशन आप यू कैन गो थ्रू इट वंस, बट द मेजर जो फीचर्स है डेवलप्ड एंड अंडर डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमीज के वो यही है कि आप इन बेसिस पे आप कंट्री को डेवलप्ड एंड अंडर डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी में क्या कर सकते हो, डिवाइड कर सकते हो, राइट। एंड अंडर डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी के एंड अंडर डेवलप्ड और डेवलपिंग कंट्री on the other hand is defined as a country in which real per capita income is very very low. So whenever we हम मेजर अगर ज़्यादा आपको डिफरेंसेस नहीं दिखने तो मेजर डिफरेंसेस जो दिखने तो यू विल जस्ट सी per capita income, then poverty, population, infrastructure and standard of living. अगर इतना भी आप देख लोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, you would be able to assess or decide which is a developed country and which is an underdeveloped country. So these were some of the features of developed and underdeveloped countries, and the other types of economies we'll be reading in the coming classes. Till then, keep completing your work, stay home and stay healthy.